So, just that no one is confused, I did a vertical video already because like I want to try obviously vertical style content on things like TikTok and YouTube Shorts, but I am also making a horizontal video because this is the traditional format I am used to, because I know phones are the future and I use my phone all the time, but still I tend to love more to watch certain things on horizontal footage, so this will be also a part for this. It's a little bit loud in here, I cannot avoid this. Here you see my French Leffe beer. This is how the evening will end for me. What can I say that I haven't said yet in the short video? It would be just a repetition. Repetition is boring. It was a good event. And now today was really the networking part. Basically getting to connected to as many people as possible, or not as many people as possible, quality contacts. Because we are always like, depin is one of the hottest topics and one of the substance-strong topics, especially when you're talking about NFTs and art and all that stuff. But like, no shade there. The art events had the better networking contacts because obviously in Paris, and because it's NFT Paris, many people came for this aspect and you had many nice galleries. I was in fact at a Serbic event in a Serbic culture center here in Paris, and it was amazing because the people from that art project were very amazing, very good-looking people, very nice wine, and a lot of high-value contacts. So I fully played to that card to speak there with people, because you never know who you find. Actually, I found also some depin guys, and for me it always has two layers. If someone is interested into the depin technology, obviously I am exploring that contact for potential business collaborations and partnerships. But the benefit is, when you're from Arkreen, you always have a chance. If someone is really interested about this stuff, and he gets to be interested in solar, you sometimes always win a private new CSP. And this is always like why I really like to go above and beyond to discuss all those topics and to go really deep into the system. And it is really funny because I found two people from a totally different field. One is he's like an OG in crypto in the sense of coming from fashion and doing like digital fashion stuff. And now he works with some card company to do verification, KYC card systems. But he is also a solar owner. So we kind of hit it off, and now probably he will be a CSP in the future on our network. And I found actually two other people who are also buying a smart meter. So this is always that side, because in Arkreen it has at least the part that selling a smart plug or a remote miner to someone, that is like the very low-hanging fruit, usual stuff, and on such events you want more. But I think like even a single CSP, it might not be big in the context of the device you sold, but it's about onboarding someone on the network. And you know, like the CSPs are like really a core part. And I'm of course also thinking at the future, or after the CSPs, we have the battery topic. I have some cool news someday to show there, but obviously only when the team tells me I can't say more about it. But the progression is very cool, and yeah, the CSP is always a potential future interested party for the battery or AI stuff. So obviously I like to even talk one-on-one on these topics. Important part was also meeting venture capitalists, not just because of finding investment. We're like the team, the founders of Arkreen, and especially Leo, he doesn't push me to make contacts with VCs, but like it's always good to have a deep discussion and to learn what they want from such projects. What are their green and red flags? And especially their like the guy that made our panel, where I was also, my first panel I was speaking on was Ethan from Borderless Ventures. Like, he's a pretty cool guy, and he has a lot of knowledge to give, and like, just speaking with him was giving very valuable details. So yeah, I hope you liked it.
It's my friends.
Oh, yes. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's very lively in Paris, and the people are very open. It's super cool. So you're having casual talks over here, but because I'm at a non-crypto related random street corner bar, just because it's on the way to the hotel, because I really wanted to have one last nice beer. It was a super cool day. What else can I say? Like, there are some things maybe outside of the what you're used from our project, because obviously the part that was RWA and depin was very strong, and we had a lot of fun, especially having high-level talks about like what is adoption on an infrastructure level. And this was, I don't know, it was super cool, especially also with like Onokoi and Frederick from Sourceful, with Daniel from Onokoi. Like, we had a lot of nice talks, also outside of the panels, and it's always good to meet friends and friendly projects, and to get aligned on certain updates from the source. I don't like the term getting alpha. I'm not a fan about it. I rather have like first-hand knowledge, especially with Frederick. It's like with Daniel, it was very eye-opening because Daniel has such an extensive background. Daniel from Onokoi, he's like comes from the traditional technical field of GPS. So interesting stuff there. And with Frederick, he's like a very visionary person. And you always get like high-level takes, and it's always like you start with small details and you're speaking about very big things. So super cool to get aligned in depin. But outside of that, what I saw, because I am a little bit disconnected from purely artifactor NFTs, because for me it's a little bit missing the value there sometimes. But I saw actually some things in the NFT scope that deliver art to an extensive point, but also value above an image. And that was interesting. I also saw progress in the blockchain gaming field, because my honest take is, as with my background of having done a lot of gaming, is like last year and the year before, I was not sold on Web3 blockchain games, because it was always like, it didn't look so cool and it wasn't much fun. And I think like, the blockchain with games is a little bit secondary, because the game has to be good. No problem. The game has to be good and the game has to be fun. So I want a AAA game-like experience. It doesn't have to be the graphics of Cyberpunk. I'm not asking for such things, but like you can do good with lower graphics like cel shading whatsoever. A good example maybe, which I didn't play, but recently, is Fortnite, or before that, League of Legends. There are a lot of games, they don't need high quality graphics, but they need to be fun. So, and you saw that more, like they were much more fun games. So there were advancement in this region. RWA is strong as usual, a little bit the brother of depin in that sense about real world stuff, but of course here in Paris it was a lot about a little bit luxury stuff. Like I get it has a reason to exist, but I don't know. Like I wouldn't buy necessarily jewels with NFTs, but they had such things there. So very cool to get the latest updates and the insights. I personally really enjoyed the part that depin wasn't the main topic, but you heard it everywhere around, and what was very obvious, especially with speaking also about Arkreen and the advancement in depin, where you often stretch out to examples like you start usually with Helium, go to success stories like GeoNet, but also do raw comparisons with other things and really nail it down on the renewable energy aspect of Arkreen. And usually everyone was talking, but our talks from the depin guys, usually they were slow at the start, but they accumulated more and more people, and you started a slow conversation with one or two people, and suddenly after 20 minutes you were standing there with 10 people. So there is an interest, especially for the tangible fact, to have something real, to understand it with real examples. And what I think, what I take away as a learning lesson for depin is what many people are less critical about the aspects of blockchain. It's not like they are worried so much anymore like 2 years ago, but now they really want on the front end an easier experience. They are always like, it is fine, it can be always tokens and on blockchain, I get that, but the app should somehow more feel easy, like Google, and signing so many transactions and doing this and that. It's very complex, and this is the point that holds me back, kind of, and I understand that. So you obviously cannot have it totally without signing transactions, but I think we need to get to a point in depin where it's more appealing, because we want adoption, and the adoption should be probably very much on the side to give you the feeling it's like every other app you're using, or it's like any other device. You plug it in, you maybe register an account, but all this constantly, you have to always use a wallet and always sign something and activate and jump and here and there. This seems to be a little bit of a holdback for some people. And I'm not sure 100% how. Visionary, I get it, but I think this needs to be a big progression point, and we heard it already a lot in our communities inside, where like 2 users also picked up that topic. I think I wasn't Kusander or Herculano or different voices, also Eric Chen, and like there are different peoples in our Discord that sometimes say something like, yeah, but I have Arkreen app and this and that, and I need an app. Okay, because it makes things simpler. I get the point. It's not so easy to deliver fast. We always have to build the network first and stuff like that. But bottom line, it doesn't necessarily have to be an app, but maybe things on the website will be more fluent, stuff like that. And the team is working on such things. But bottom line, like at some point we have to reach this part where, but this not only depends on our project, also on how crypto wallets work, for example. It has to be more fluent. It has to be somehow like safety first, of course, but somehow things have to happen more in the background, that you agree to certain process handlings and then the transactions happen. Like you charge your gas and then you do things a little bit like our auto greening feature on the smart plug. Like we need this more on a level of how things work in general. And if things like wallets and subsidiary apps together with depin projects can work together there, we're getting there. And this is something I will put some more thought into and speak on a strategic level about. But otherwise, there is some uncertainty on the market because global politics, this and that, financially, all these stuffs. But also, there is still a lot of technical progression going on. The development is strong. Many people are building cool solutions, and it also confirms for me that the route from Arkreen, this might be exhaustive for some to hear that the token value is important, but it's not the most important. Building the long-term progression and the technical deck and the development of the project is a little bit more important. So I get it. Everyone waits for the token to be someday listed on a central exchange and for your holdings to pop off, but I think it becomes much more realistic if you have the expectation that the tech deck needs to be good first, because then it will not just be a short fluke. Because currently the problem is there are some examples, I won't name names, but there are some examples of depin project that listed very recently where the token performance was not good because of exit liquidity, not enough demand. So we need to have this all figured out. And as soon as you get traction from a centralized exchange, then you have to also be ready to deliver the product for the new users. And this is why I really think like currently building on the tech deck and on everything is still like, you have to be patient as a user, but I think it's worth it if you see the speed in development of Arkreen. We're already Green BTC v3, Green BTC v4 is near. The next stuff that is coming in Green BTC is really gonna show where this goes. It's gonna be exciting, different mechanisms, like it will be cool. And I am looking forward to this. Yes, I will also link my short on this video because my vertical short, I have a slightly different topics there. I hope you enjoy it. I don't make high value, super good videos. I'm just trying to give you a little bit of honest touch and feel with things, how they sometimes work. And if someone finds that cringe, I don't care. It is like it is. Like I try to do some natural stuff. So for everyone that enjoys it, thank you. I appreciate. I wanted to always say it. I am not a real YouTuber, but I now can say, please leave a like, leave a follow. It means so much to me. No, but just kidding. Like, have a nice evening, and see you next time in our communities. We will build, and we will show you new cool things in the next months. You will like it. Solana is on the horizon. It's buzzing. Huh? So, have a nice evening from Paris. See you soon again. Bye-bye.